Hi, this first video is going to do adjusting journal entries for prepaid insurance. And for prepaid insurance, I'm going to put a T account here. And prepaid insurance, we know, is an asset account. Its normal balance is a debit. And in this first problem, this first company they've looked at their account, and it has a debit balance at the beginning of the year of $4,700. So we're going to put this on the debit side of this T account. And then what they did is they took a look at all of their insurance policies, and they determined, after looking at them, that $900 at the end of the year, so this was the beginning balance at the beginning of the year, which was also the balance at the end of last year, and $900 is still unexpired. Well, unexpired means unused. And what we know is when we recorded our insurance, when we paid for it during the year, or whenever we paid for it, we debited prepaid insurance and credited cash. We never recorded the expense for the insurance. So when we come to, if we're looking at a timeline, and let's say this is 12/31/2017, that we have to record some expense before we issue our financial statements because we have used some of that insurance. So the part that we have used, we have an expense in this year. The part that is still not used, we determined was $900. So I'm just making these numbers up. Let's assume we're talking about January, February, and March of next year, and let's just say that this policy is $900 a month that will be used next year. So this is the amount then, I'm sorry, not $900 a month, $300 a month. Let's say $300 a month is not used and will be used next year. So that's a total of $900. So the question is, which number are we saying this 900 is? Are we saying, we're saying it is the amount that is unexpired or unused. And so if we look at our T account, what we're asking is this the balance of the account, or is it the amount that we used? So I like to say 1 or 2. Is it the amount that we used of our prepaid insurance, which means we would need to credit the prepaid insurance to reduce it? I think this is the amount that's left. It is the balance of the prepaid insurance. So if you use the 3-step process and say what is the balance of the account, well, the balance as it is now is $4,700. And if you said, what should the balance be? What should it be? SB stands for what should it be? We know that it should be $900 because only $900 is still unused. Okay, it shouldn't be $4,700 prepaid. All of that is not prepaid any longer. We have used some, so the amount that we have used has been $3,800. Okay, so we would credit our prepaid insurance for $3,800, and this is the amount of the insurance that we have used, so that is our insurance expense. So if we want to do the journal entry, it's 12/31/17, and let's debit insurance expense because we need to recognize that insurance in this year over here, the insurance that we've used, so debit that $3,800, and let's credit our prepaid insurance. Prepaid insurance is an asset account, and so by crediting it, we reduce it. The question is that what we wanted to do? We did want to reduce it because the account had a debit balance of $4,700, and it should only have a debit balance of $900 of the remaining prepaid insurance. In order to get from $4,700 to $900 debit, we have to credit the account. And is that what we did? We sure did. Down here, we credited prepaid insurance, thereby reducing it. And I forgot to write the word expense here. So our insurance expense increases by debiting it. So we recognize that we have incurred some expense, and we've credited prepaid insurance, reducing it, showing that we no longer have that amount as prepaid. Okay. All right, let's take a look at it another way. In our second example, we're going to say that the prepaid insurance, these are independent situations, by the way. The prepaid insurance account has a $5,890 balance at the beginning. So again, I'm going to put a T account for my prepaid insurance. And on the debit side, I'm going to put my balance in the debit side at $5,890. Now, this time we ask our accountant to take a look at the policies, and they come back and say 1,040 has expired. Well, the last time we were working with unexpired insurance. This time we're saying how much has expired. And so if it has expired, it has been used. And because when we bought that insurance, we debit prepaid, we have not shown any expense for that prepaid. So now we need to show the expense. So the question is, if this is the beginning balance of our prepaid, and we're saying that 1,040 has expired, are we determining how much we need to credit the account, or is that 1,040 the balance of prepaid insurance? It is the amount that has expired or has been used, so it's no longer prepaid. So that is our credit to prepaid insurance. And a balance of our prepaid then, if we have debits of $5,890 and credits of 1,040, we subtract the two and put it on the debit side, the larger side. So that would be 4,850 is still prepaid. We have not used it. So we need a journal entry. We are, again, recording how much our prepaid insurance has gone down. So let's put our date in, 12/31/17, and let's debit our insurance expense to show how much of our insurance we have used. And let's credit our prepaid insurance account, which is our asset account, and show that we no longer have that amount prepaid. A credit to an asset account reduces the asset. That's what we did. We reduced the asset. And don't forget, I think I did forget on the prior problem, to indicate what you're doing to record insurance coverage used during the year. Again, if we record as prepaid expense when we purchase this policy that has a future benefit, and that's what we learned to do, then what we recognize is that we have not we have not recognized any expense, and so we need to recognize the expense, and this is how we do it. Debiting an expense records the expense and increases it, and then we credited prepaid insurance, reducing that account. Remember, whether we were up here or down below, what we were trying to determine is what was our decrease in prepaid insurance, because we have to record the expense. The journal entry itself is the same. We debit the expense and we credit the prepaid. Same thing we did down here. The difference is, up here, we were told this number, and we had to find out what that number was by doing some math. Down here, we were told this number, and so we were able to just go ahead and use it. We didn't have to do any additional math to determine how much we should record in insurance expense. So hopefully that is helpful to you. And on a test or a quiz, I could give you either sets of numbers. I could either tell you the unexpired insurance, in which case you have to figure out how much has expired. And the unexpired is the balance remaining. Or I could tell you how much has been expired or used. And in that case, that is the amount of expense for the period. You get to just use it without doing any additional math. Thanks for watching.